Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foo Bar Show!
Hey, what is up, everyone? I'm Joe C. I'm Josh with the Foo.
And Steph.
Thank y'all very much for listening to the Foo Bar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FTheBelowBarShow.com. And F the Below Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, foos? See foo. See.
Foobity-doobity.
What's cracking, guys? What's happening?
Well, man, we finally made it.
We made it. We actually just saw the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game. What did you think, Foo? I had a great time.
It was a fun game until that bullshit ending.
Oh, you want to tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, man, they ended the game on a free throw.
But I mean,
how whack is that?
But it followed the rules, though. And for those of you that are unaware, the All-Star game this year
A little different.
Yeah, they did a different format. They had the three first quarters were like mini games, and the winner of each quarter got $1,000 to the charity they're sponsoring in Chicago. And at the end, you have to win by whoever the leading score plus 24. So you got to win by 24 points.
So if you're on a bigger deficit, it's harder to reach that.
Yeah, which is what happened tonight for Team LeBron. They were down by 9 at the beginning of the first quarter, so they had to pretty much score 32 points to win.
Yeah.
Wait, no, 33.
Something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
More than the other team.
Math sucks.
Right.
So
Son of a bitch.
So at the very end, they were, what was 156? They just needed
157.
157.
No, I know, but that was that was the target score, but it was 156, and they kept trying to shoot threes.
Yeah,
for like the
forever.
their entire last points to score until finally
when they had 154, they kept going for threes.
Yeah, just trying to end it on that. But a couple of fouls got them to the win, and kind of it's bittersweet that they won by off of a free throw. But Chicago native Anthony Davis got the win, bro.
Foo still don't like it.
I ain't looking for no stupid storylines for a blog, dude.
Oh,
I wanted to see a fucking Michael Jordan-esque shot and a walk off the court.
Straight up, the Foo's just like,
you're a fraud, a total fraud.
Dang!
It was all going well until the very end.
He was just like, all right, let's start potting now. So I need to get this off my chest. I was like, dude, relax. We just saw a badass All-Star game.
It was badass,
Ooh,
dude. That was the hardest I've seen them.
I punched a hole in the wall on the way to the room, Foo.
Gee, what the fuck?
Better get your plaster.
You know what? That's pretty dope, though. I like Josh was saying, I like the format. And yeah, the teams are playing straight up hard defense.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, man.
The whole fourth quarter, it was just foul after foul.
Foo, they got to compete for Kobe now.
Everybody
Foo.
was embracing that Mamba mentality, man.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Kobe changed the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Well, they obviously, they made renamed the MVP trophy after him, which Kawhi Leonard was the first to receive that award today because he scored 30 points and like 10 rebounds, 8 assists or something.
No fucking clue.
Yeah,
you fell asleep.
No, I didn't.
You were dabbing so much that you fell asleep for like half the game.
No,
you
I
made us
didn't.
dab so much that I fainted.
Yeah, what the fuck happened, dude?
Oh, yeah.
I honestly don't know, man.
So,
I don't know.
So, all right, you arrived to the pad, to Filthy Martini Studios.
Yes.
We immediately, no, not immediately, but we have a couple of dabs. And matter of fact, the Foo brought this mighty tasty whiskey bottle. What was this, Foo?
McCallum 12-year Foo.
Yeah, it was smooth, man. It was smooth. So we had a little bit of that.
Sherry Oak, man.
Yep. And then you guys leave for Stater Brothers so that you can get some munchies, and you come back with a couple of DiGiorno's, some chicken. What else did we have? Is that about it?
No, a couple of DiGiorno's chicken.
Oh,
and then we got
Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
So we started feasting on Girl Scout cookies. So it was nothing but salt and sugar. You hadn't drank like any water probably all day if I know you.
No, I brought my big canteen. It's like, so I had
just
that
to show
before.
off. Or
No,
what?
I finished that. I finished that before we left to Stater Brothers. So when we got back, I was hungry because I hadn't eaten since 9 o'clock this morning.
All right.
So I started munching on everything that we got. And then I had lemonade, still no water. And then finally...
Just pure sugar and salt, dude.
Yeah. So then when I get up, I'm just like, shit. I'm like, all right, I got to get up. So I got up to go get water.
Did you get up too fast?
Probably. I honestly, dude, I have no idea. I got up to go get water, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Steph, you saw
the blood left your face.
Yeah.
He comes into the room and he's just like, "Steph, I need water." I was like, "Okay, just you know where it at. You know where it is." And then all of a sudden, he takes like 3 steps and just dead.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm just like,
Out too. It was like out like a light. I was like, "Holy shit!"
What the fuck,
Dude, and then she comes over and rolls me over, and I immediately wake up like, what the fuck just happened right
There
So
were-
you
there were-
face planted like I wasn't there. What
no,
happened,
yeah.
Steph?
no, you went down knees first, and then you kind of toppled over on your side, and I'm just like, did he just trip on something? Because like my reaction time was like slow. I'm just like, okay, well he was just walking
I
a
thought
minute
you
ago,
knocked something off the table.
And
I
then-
thought you were fucking around.
Not at all.
Josh.
and I'm just like, guys, he's fainted. And then that's when I immediately like, okay, like health skills kicked in. I was like, oh, let's roll you over, make sure you're not like foaming at the mouth.
It's science.
It's seizing.
But I was expecting you to be unconscious still. But you woke up right away.
Yeah, as soon as I felt the pain, I was like, oh shit, what the hell just happened right now? I just popped right up. And yeah, I got water, and then finally...
And you were going to do a Spartan race?
why do you think I didn't, dude?
Oh my God. I'm telling you, you're going to die.
Okay, hold on.
It wasn't
listen.
witty banter. It was
Listen.
advice, Josh.
Listen.
Yeah, pardon my tone, but I was really serious about you dying.
No, you're a dick. You're just being a dick.
All right.
Yeah, I won't deny that. He is a dick. Right, Dick?
God damn it.
Shut up! Shut your goddamn mouth!
Well, I'm alive.
Way to go, man.
Huzzah!
For now.
Yeah.
We're just you
We'll
kept
see.
wanting to get up, and we're just like, don't get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dumbass. You shouldn't have fucking stood up.
He's like, I gotta crawl to the
Well,
to the couch.
Your face was completely white. That's why I'm just like, don't get up, dude. So, yeah, you just kind
Well, all of a
sat
sudden,
there
I
for a
started
little
feeling
bit.
like feverish too. I was like, "What the hell?" It was
You were
weird.
sweaty, but
It was
you're-
not fun. I was
Yeah.
not fun at all, guys.
No
So,
homeostasis.
Keep drinking water.
elevate the pit, cold compress.
Your Filipino nurse coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Oh, god damn.
Shut up. Are you stupid? Elevate the pit.
Oh damn! So mean.
So speaking of, well, don't let that happen again, Josh. At
I'll
least
try.
not on my property.
No, it's always going to be your
Sue
problem.
him. Sue him.
Yep.
God damn it. Okay, so we were
Thought you
talking
were
about how the Foos picked up some Girl Scout cookies, and I figured since it's Girl Scout season, we should rank them. And we all know what the main ones taste like. I mean, we got what's the shortbread one called? Is it just called
Tagalong.
Tagalong?
No, wait.
Right?
What's the one? No, that's not. What is
We
that?
didn't buy tagalongs this time. What are you talking about?
But we're all familiar with those, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the shortbreads are the tagalongs.
And so, which are the ones that you bought today?
I bought some of the... Oh, no, the tagalongs have the peanut butter.
Oh, okay. All right, so that's the peanut butter
butter
Oh,
salad.
that's the
one.
chocolate with the peanut butter like on top, right? It's
Yeah.
like almost peanut butter cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then
And then I also got some s'mores.
that's
The
right.
s'mores cookies. Josh got Thin Mints and Do-si-dos.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to...
The lemon ones, but we didn't have those. But we've had that at a previous
We've had
time.
them at a
Last
different
week.
time
Yeah.
and place, if I might.
Yes, this time last week we dug into a box of those lemon ones.
Oh,
We
they
bought
fucking
2 boxes
sucked.
of those. Nuts.
And then there's also the Samoas, which are very popular.
What else are those things called? They have a different name sometimes, depending on who you buy it from.
Like the region.
The Do-si-dos?
No, the Samoas. The Samoas have
They're
a different
called
name.
Caramel Delights.
There you go.
Oh.
Caramel Delights Foos. But I gotta
We
say,
didn't buy any Samoas, though.
but we all remember what they are. So if we're gonna be truly ranking the Girl Scout cookies, I think we should, I just got reminded of some that I don't normally have. You also bought the Thin Mints.
Yes.
You know-
Well, there are 8 types of Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
Lemon Ups, that's the lemon one
Yeah.
with the glaze on it. The Samoas,
Right.
the Tagalongs, which is the chocolate covered peanut butter one.
Okay.
The Do-si-dos, which is the peanut butter sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Trefoils is the shortbread.
Aha. Okay.
Trefoils.
Yes.
Oh, why don't I remember that name? I thought it was called something else before.
Who cares?
Probably. It was probably called shortbread at one point. You don't think
never.
so? All right.
And what else?
And then you got Thin Mints, Girl Scout S'mores,
That's the one the food got. Okay.
and then there's Toffee-tastic.
Toffee-tastic.
What the hell? I didn't see any Toffee-tastic at Stater Brothers.
The little girl probably sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Oh,
Although
Those
I
are
think
the
I've had
most
those
common.
before. The Toffee-tastics?
Toffee-tastics.
Interesting.
Damn. So then how would you rank it then, Foo C?
well, can't remember all 8 off the top of my head. So
Okay, well, if I'm gonna give you my personal ranking, and you guys let me know how much of this you agree with. So number 8, last is gonna go. I'm gonna go with shortbread. It's the most boring one.
the Trefoils.
No. It's just called, I'm sorry. Yeah, the trefoils. Well,
We just discussed this.
You're confusing me. All right, that's last. Dead last.
That's last.
That's last.
You're whack.
Yeah, well, let me finish. Let me finish, because it doesn't matter until you get to the top 3 anyway.
Okay.
All right. Up next at number 7, the caramel chocolate chip. Though I enjoy a good chocolate chip cookie, everybody makes a chocolate chip
The
cookie.
caramel delights food.
No, it's called caramel chocolate chip. It's just the caramel
Steph
chocolate
said no
chip
such
cookie.
thing.
I did
What?
not say that.
Yeah, food.
What's in here?
You're just lying, dude.
Oh, you
top
know
10,
what?
right?
There might be one seasonal one that rotates.
Son of a bitch.
Because
Matter of
of-
fact, guys, I'm looking at this list that I just pulled up, and I pulled up 12 different kinds.
what the fuck? I only pulled up 8.
Yeah, check this out. So Reset Lemon Ups, which are the ones that you brought the other day, Fu, has the glaze at the bottom. The lemonades, it's more or less like a sandwich.
Yeah, I thought that was the one I was buying the other day.
Lemonades.
Thin Mints, Caramel Delights, which are also called Samoas, Peanut Butter Patties or Tagalongs,
That's
Do-si-dos or peanut butter sandwiches,
Oh, okay.
shortbreads or trefoils, the Thanks a Lot, that's the chocolate sandwich, and I think it's each side has a shortbread pretty much.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Toffee-tastic, the caramel chocolate chip that I just mentioned.
I've never
the Girl
seen that
Scout s'mores, and there's 2 kinds of Girl Scout s'mores. There's one with the chocolate coating and one without. One that's just a sandwich.
That's the one we had, just the sandwich.
The sandwich one. But it's the same ingredients. I would imagine it tastes probably just more chocolatey because it's all round.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the Girl Scout s'mores, they're not that great. You would have to, I think they only go great with like a black coffee because it has so much sugar.
Yeah, that's true. They weren't, I wasn't overwhelmed, or I wasn't over the moon for them.
So since there's 12th would be shortbread trefoils, 11 caramel chocolate chip, 10 the Thanks a Lot, which are this is the chocolate sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
At 9, I'm gonna do the Girl Scout s'mores, and 8 the other Girl Scout s'mores.
Okay.
At 7, I'm putting the lemon ups, 6 lemonades. Next up at what did I say? 5?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to make the list longer?
Thin Mints, and then Do-si-dos,
Wait, you
peanut butter patties, and best of all are the caramel delights or Samoas.
Well,
I put
Phil,
them
I'm
on
not going to
top.
give you my top 12. I'm going to give you my top 8.
That's cool. That's cool with me, man.
Fucking dick.
Fuck, you only need top 3.
You only really need top 3.
All right, top 3, Steph, go.
Samoas, Thin Mints, and you know what I really like? I really like those lemon ups. Or whatever. What was it? The ones we had?
The one
lemon
we
ups.
had, the lemon ups,
Those
That's
ones
the
are
one we
good.
had last week, yep.
What was the other ones, though?
Here.
Lemonades. Those are like a sandwich type.
Foo.
The lemonades are my favorite, followed by the tagalongs,
whack.
and then followed by the trefoils, foo.
Dang.
They go so well with milk. They do.
Really? That's my last.
You're whack, dude.
The
What you
tension
got?
is
What you
high.
got on this, Josh?
EEO, foo. We got to call the EEO office.
I
Not giving
would-
shortbread their due day, foo.
I would say Thin Mints are my favorite.
Mhm.
And then I would go with the, what is it? The Do-si-dos, those peanut butter ones. And then
Those were good.
And then the trefoils are my number 3.
Interesting.
You're the only.
I can't.
You're the
for
only
me,
weirdo without trefoils.
It's so boring,
well,
dude.
for me personally, I can't do too much chocolate. It's too rich
Are
for
you
me.
faint?
I just that too. No,
Food,
no,
how'd, you,
it's
how'd, you,
too.
how'd you know, food?
I had a feeling.
Yeah, it's just way too rich for me. I don't even like cake that much.
Well, I think pie is better than cake.
I
Any
like
day of the
carrot.
week.
I like carrot cake better than a regular cake.
Yeah.
I like cheesecake, even though it'll kill me,
And it's actually technically a pie.
technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Hey, so is a tart?
Mostly.
So a tart is the redheaded stepchild of the pie,
Yeah, man. No one wants to claim
just
them, but
tart.
they're there.
like a mini
It's
tart.
a tart. It's its own,
Like
it's
a
its own
lemon tart?
category, I think.
But you know what? It has its time and place.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
the
a fruit tart?
yeah, and like the tarts are usually very thin. The filling isn't overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
You just have
Or
a
it's
little,
very light.
yes,
like
It's
a
like
lemon
whipped.
tart.
It's almost like a fruit cookie.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's usually fruit, right?
Yeah, usually.
Typically.
But I think that falls
do it
under
right.
pie.
It's still tart though.
It's a tart. It's its own thing,
I
dude.
don't
It's
know
not
why.
a
But
cake
it's just
or a
like
pie.
a pie, though, right?
No.
It doesn't have pie crust. It's like on like a thin, almost like a cookie bread of some sort on top of it. Yeah, food.
It's on a crust.
It's on a,
Yeah, it's on a crust.
Okay, well,
not a
that's,
pie
That's
tin.
what you guys just.
but it's not in a
fucking said.
pie tin foo.
Cheesecake isn't in a pie tin, and it's pie.
Yeah, it is. Kind of cheesecake I ate, at least.
Oh, true. I guess sometimes you can be right, Foo.
Have you ever had
Sometimes
the
it is.
fruit tart from Porto's?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, that one's amazing.
That is
Yeah, it's
amazing.
pretty fucking good.
See, it still has a crust,
Mhm.
but it's not necessarily in a pie tin.
Yeah. What you guys say about that, foo?
I think. Nothing about it.
So we got so we got two people in the room that really dig trefoils. That's fucking interesting.
Oh yeah, dude. I
Foo,
love
they're
shortbread.
great with milk, dude. They're fantastic with milk.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't want to have to apologize. I talked about this before already. I don't want to have to apologize for my cookie.
How are you apologizing for it?
He's like,
Though?
well,
explain. Okay, explain.
It's called
explain.
Samoa goes great on its own. It's a snack
called,
on its own.
Foo, simpler times, just a glass of milk and some trefoils.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. I mean, it's nice, but like a Samoa is superior on its own. It doesn't need a glass of milk.
No,
yeah,
it's
it
not.
is.
I need a glass of
Yeah,
milk. If I have that.
you guys are complainers.
Oh wow! Really? You put
Yeah.
trefoils number 12. You who talk about
Yeah, you and your fucking caramel goodness, Foo.
Oh, it's so good.
They're delightful.
They are, man.
You know what though? Thin mints are pretty bomb.
They are.
Thin mints are cool. I just
if
hate
they're
it.
in the freezer.
I was just
Yes.
gonna fucking shit on that point. You're apologizing for it again, just
No,
like you
I'm
did with
not.
the milk.
How is that apologizing?
What do you mean?
You,
Like
you,
yourself.
you don't have to do anything else to it
But-
for it to be a great cookie.
But how is that an apology? Maybe that's just what you like it as. Food.
And that's what I'm calling
Foo,
it.
when you add something to the equation gets longer.
Oh, hey, where's the drop?
Just saying.
Yeah,
Foo.
you said it, foo.
Yeah, just
You
saying.
fucking douche.
All right, Foo. Have a samosa and a glass of milk.
Samoa.
No, samosa. Fuck Samoas.
Samosa.
Okay.
Okay, have a Samoa and a glass
Is
of
that
milk.
a Samoa and a mimosa?
Yes,
Exactly.
Okay.
with the
cool.
Samoa garnish.
Gotcha.
Have a Samoa and a glass of milk, then have a trefoil and a glass of milk, and tell me which combination takes the cake, Foo.
No, man. You know, it would
You
have
know
been...
what? I'm going to interrupt you there,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to have to tie break this one.
Okay.
He's right about the trefoil.
Boom.
It sucks.
Shakalaka.
It
No,
sucks.
with the
so
milk
boring.
combination, though.
Dude,
with the milk.
Fuck you.
With the milk
the milk.
combination,
I didn't know milk was a part of the equation.
Milk's always
nor
a part of
should
the
it be.
equation.
It shouldn't be.
It's a fucking cookie.
So you want to
No.
eat a
have
cookie
No, then-
with the
then-
and then
fucking
just
then
have,
let's talk
you're
about
gonna have
cookies
a
and
dry
milk.
ass mouth afterwards.
Then let's talk about cookies
What do
and
you
milk
wanna
then, not just cookies.
What do you have?
Well,
Cookies
you-
and water? You fucking
No, you're just
savage.
supposed to have the... Well, okay, let's just say I'm in my office at work and I just bought a box, to support this entire freaking Girl Scout troop.
We
Well,
better
Foo, you better
fucking
go to-
buy some milk,
you better
bro.
go to your
I
mini
didn't-
fridge and
no.
get that milk out.
There's
dude.
no milk in there, dude. I don't hold milk in my office.
Oh, your
I mean,
office is whack. Dude.
Tell me about it.
Look, bro, if you went to go buy those Girl Scout
Those are the
cookies,
circumstances I'm dealing with
could have
here.
bought milk. Could have bought milk.
Let me tell you this: I ain't got
They're
that.
right in front of the grocery store.
I ain't got that problem at my work, Foo. If someone gets some fucking milk milk and cookies or just cookies from the Girl Scouts, Foo, we'll be fine.
Do you have a cow in your office? How do you have all this milk?
There's a fridge in there, a large fridge.
Big enough for a cow?
And food just happens to magically show up. No one knows who fills it.
Nope.
He just slides right in.
After the last cup, it resets.
Yeah.
Like a magic trick.
It's like
anyways,
heaven.
Foo.
Yeah.
How about you try that scenario out? And
No,
let me
you know
what's
what?
better.
I've been outvoted.
You're not even. You're
not a
even
team
open.
player, bro.
Yeah.
I've been. I'll try it just because I want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Being petty about it now.
Not because you said so.
Foo, it's heaven on a Monday evening, Foo.
Yeah. Foo, go ahead and fuck yourself. And one other thing I wanted to talk about after this, and so what wins? The Trefoil takes the win all of a sudden?
Yep.
Are
I
you
didn't,
serious?
I didn't give Trefoil number one.
All right,
I said
so what's
Thin
your
Mints.
number one?
Mine was Thin Mints.
Oh, Thin Mints, yeah. Are you apologizing for the freezer on that one?
No,
as
I
well?
can have Thin Mints by
You
themselves.
goddamn right you can.
Yeah, I don't need anything
Goddamn
else.
right you can. You guys are changing the rules, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Just an apology for your cookie.
Yeah, I don't
She had to eat
even,
the
I don't even
cookie.
fucking sound like that.
So
So I wanted to
listen to
talk.
yourself in my head.
I wanted to, because I forgot to talk about it on the last podcast. I wanted to bring to light and hype up the fact that Harley Quinn, the animated series on the DC Universe app, is up there with Rick and Morty. As far as like the content and how hilarious it's been, would you guys agree?
It's
No.
been
It's pretty funny.
for me.
It's
It's been
hilarious.
equally entertaining.
Why not? Why are you the naysayer every single fucking time?
I have to say that show sucks.
What the
I'm
fuck?
just kidding. That show is pretty fucking hilarious.
Oh wow! The food's just messing with our heartstrings.
I am,
now.
Foo.
I mean, what's funny about it?
Foo.
Dude, Frank is the best character.
Yes!
Yeah. Who's JB Smooth?
Yeah, JB
Yeah,
Smooth.
JB Smooth.
He's just a plant dude.
He's just talking shit and he gets high off of other plants. Like, well, he smokes weed.
Isn't that cannibalism?
I guess for him it would be.
Damn.
Yeah. No, the whole thing is fantastic, man. I like freaking
Bane.
Kaylee Cuoco is amazing as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Bane just steals the show every single time.
Any scene that he's in.
Any scene that he's in, she's just so funny, so witty.
The humor's just so dry.
Alan Tudyk and as Clayface and the Joker is amazing. It's just all good stuff, man.
I love how Ron Funches is
He's King Shark.
King Shark, and I like his commentary to himself. It's so witty. It's out there.
Yeah.
The writing is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's done really well. Tony Hale as Dr. Psycho.
It's
The anti-feminist kind of villain.
Only because he said cunt.
hey, whoa.
Who was he calling that? Wonder Woman.
And everyone just kind of froze like, ugh.
Like
Even
they,
the police and everyone's
they
like,
took the needle off the record, kind of thing. I was like, ooh.
What's
you should've
hilarious
said
is that it's completely uncensored except for that one word.
yeah, that's the only word they
Yeah.
always censor out. I mean, it got him kicked out of the Legion of Doom.
I know the Legion of Doom didn't want to deal with it.
Nope.
He had a petition to get back in through Harley.
Yeah, he couldn't even get it on his own merit anymore. Dude, this show's fantastic.
And I like that they keep a lot of it still canon. So if they want to, this can actually progress the storyline that is the DC universe from a Legion of Doom perspective.
Oh yeah, they can do a lot with it. I mean, they had the Penguin's nephew, his bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah, that Harley Quinn ruins, and he tries to get a hit out on her.
Jeez. By using the Legion
Bane's
of Doom's credit
counseling him,
card.
dude.
Yeah, Bates counseling and financially. Young Joshua,
What
is this?
Foo?
what is this $3,000 charge on
He
here
says
for?
the road to maturity is a long one, young Joshua.
Oh man, that show is amazing. For those who aren't checking it out, for those who enjoy the shit out of Rick and Morty as much as we do, I think we'll enjoy Harley Quinn on its own, even if you know nothing about like DC or DC Universe or DC characters and that kind of thing. You will still equally enjoy this and get into it. It'll make you hopefully kind of dovetail it into exploring more of the DC universe and that kind of thing.
One last scene I want to remind everyone of, or the episode I should say, is it happened earlier, was the Jim Gordon episode where he's just going through some shit at home and he befriends Clayface's dismembered hand.
Yeah.
It was so weird, but fantastic. Damn, these creators...
Jim Gordon is also a silly fuck in this show, man. He acts like a tired alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like he's just done with life and the world, and Batman has to kind of put him in his place a lot of the times in conversation.
Well, he needs a friend, so he thinks Batman's his friend, but Batman's like, we're not friends.
We're not friends.
We're coworkers.
Judah Bader as Batman is amazing.
Oh, dude, if you haven't seen Batman Brave and Bold, he does a good job there, and I think that kind of really helps him going into this series. So he's doing a fantastic job.
I think he's going to pick up the torch.
From Kevin Conroy
for the Batman, just like Alan Tudyk with Joker. I think he's pretty close to the Mark Hamill Joker.
Yeah, very
almost
much.
It's not like he's copying him, but he sounds very much like it.
He just sticks to that same tone as Mark Hamill, which I think is fantastic. I mean, everyone. He is still the voice for the Joker,
right?
That's who you all obviously think of.
I think it might have been strategic on his part because to change the Joker's animated voice to some other drastic freaking voice might not go over well with fans.
Well, there is one Joker that they did that. It was in the WB, like they did another Batman series called The Batman.
Yeah,
and it was a little bit, the style was a little different, but their Joker was almost like animalistic, like a monkey. He was just like flying everywhere.
He had dreadlocks, fool.
Yeah, he had dreadlocks.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She smoked weed.
I would assume.
Okay.
Or PCP.
Wow.
Either or.
Fucking angel dust, dude.
Motherfucker.
Seeing some shit. But that was a different take on Joker, and but I think this one, they do a really good job in this show. It's really good. I think Carlos Esposito's Lex Luthor, isn't he?
Probably.
Gus? I think it sounded like Gus.
Yeah, actually, I kind of want to believe that. Yeah. Anyway, exciting stuff. I'm just hyping it up, man, because that DC Universe app is not an easy app it's not easy to find if you're not looking for it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's not really put out there by them. I don't think the advertising is as strong to get people to join it. Isn't there talk of getting rid of it?
There's back and forth talks of getting rid of it, but with the success of Titans, season 1 and 2, this new Harley Quinn show, apparently Swamp Thing may get revived at some point.
Fuck out of here.
People are talking about putting it on HBO.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I think they're working. That's what they're really working on, is having some of the content show up on HBO Max.
Yeah.
So like Titans, since it's already out, it may show up on HBO Max while the new season, still stays on DC Universe, and they'll just kind of cycle it over like a month after it's been out there.
Right.
I think HBO Max comes out in May, right? If I'm not...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it only makes sense to still utilize some of your WB properties. Look at Disney Plus with Marvel. We're getting 3 new Marvel shows this fall.
Jeez.
Or 3 Disney.
We're going to be inundated with just content. And
gonna
isn't
slap us in
Walking
the face.
Dead coming back real soon?
1
Should
week,
be.
fool. 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week from today. A classic. I still love Walking Dead. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, sure, I'm bummed out that a lot of the characters are gone. It's not the same show that it was definitely in the first couple seasons where that drew everybody in. But I think they're doing a good job with what they have right now with the Whisperers and that storyline.
I'm behind like 2 seasons, so I still need to catch up on what's going on because they just finished. This is finishing their mid-season finale or mid-season break, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they still have to finish the season altogether, and at this point, Negan is joining the Whisperers at this point. So it's getting interesting.
Son of a
Plot
bitch, dude.
thickens, foos.
Yeah, because Negan, he's a chameleon, man. He just gets along as long as he has to with somebody to move forward.
Yeah.
From what I know, I think spoiler alert here. In the comics, Negan does join the Whisperers at one point, but he betrays them by killing Alpha.
Okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I can see that happening then.
I said spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
You didn't give a pause though.
I gave enough of a time for
It was fine. It's fine.
From what we've seen in the first half of the season, it's following the comic pretty closely.
Nice.
At this
Good.
point, at this stage in the storyline.
Good. I'm happy. I'm happy that they're at least following some storyline correctly.
Yeah.
Well, in lieu of Rick being there, in the comic, I imagine he's still a part of it, right?
Well, the comic's done. They're done now.
Yeah, but at this point in the story,
Yeah, at this point of the story,
there's still a
he's-
Rick around.
Yes,
Yes.
Rick's still around. I think he lasts for another couple of volumes. Like
yeah.
he's still around for a while. So we
I
still
think-
haven't even seen the Rick movies.
No, it's supposed to be coming out real soon. I think
Wow.
they might be filming it, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't know anything
They're
about
just
that.
about to
Rick
start.
Cop Foo.
I thought I heard something about them filming a month
Yeah.
ago.
you say
But they
Rick
haven't
Cop?
announced when
Rick
the
Cop.
trailer or anything's coming out. Rick Cop. Is
Rick
that what-
Cop.
Yeah.
All right. Way to go, Foo. You should be ahead of their marketing.
Rick Cop.
Anytime.
Atlanta PD.
How do you know I wasn't talking about Rick and Morty?
Whoa.
Damn, son.
What if Rick from Rick and Morty shows up on Walking Dead?
All right, this is where we kick Josh out of the room.
Whoa! I'm just thinking out of the box, man.
Grimes versus Sanchez.
Da-da-da.
Sounds like a stupid scenario that would be on Rick and Morty.
I would like to see that on Celebrity Deathmatch.
No one wants to see Celebrity Deathmatch anymore.
What?
dude.
What are you talking about? I would go to my buddy Eric's house to watch it all the time.
But Foo, you still live in the 90s, so you don't count.
Yeah.
Aw, all right.
Sorry, dude.
It's cool.
Get
It's
with
cool.
the times, brah.
As long as I can still live in the 90s.
You're in that time loop.
Yep. You guys got anything else you wanted to talk about? Any new shows you've caught up on lately? Documentaries, perhaps?
I've been mostly watching Bones.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
right.
Yeah, dude, it's a great
Son of a bitch.
it's
Weirdo.
It's a great show, man.
Nobody
What
said it was
you talking about?
it's a
He's
good show, all
He's a
right?
big David Boreanaz fan.
I am,
dude.
man. I used to watch Angel growing up. Angel was a pretty good show too.
You know, it was all made up.
No shit.
Why would you
wasn't a
do that to
documentary.
me? I thought it was.
No, I mean-
you mean there
no.
are vampires?
Shut the fuck up.
Wow, you mean you can't go to an alternate dimension?
Shut the fuck up.
Stupid son of a bitch.
I meant that Buffy was in a coma, so none of it really happened.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's how it ended.
Wow, no.
That was all her like imagination.
And he
playing
ended
out.
up becoming Sealy Booth. Bones. Boom.
Boom.
Writes itself.
Foo?
Same universe, technically, right?
Probably not. No.
Vampire becomes an FBI agent.
Well, he's not really a
So-
vampire. That was in her coma.
So aside from Boreanaz, what's so great about Bones in your opinion? What makes it great?
all the bones.
No, actually, all the science that they have to go through because they do. It's supposed to be forensic anthropology. So whenever they get them, like they find dead bodies, which are crazy. How some of them end up being where they're at. Like one I just saw, a guy's body was in a grate, and you just saw like his backside didn't look normal. And a couple of girls were down there to try and like help homeless for some stupid shit. And so then they see the guy and like, hey, sir, we'll help you out. So they start grabbing his legs. As soon as they grab the legs, the torso was cut off. And all you saw was like a skeleton. The head was cut off. It turns out like weasels were eating it. So then they go in
What the fuck?
and they get the skeleton out. They have people that like test the particulates, like, okay, like how many, it was this many days old based on like maggots. So they use a lot of science in this.
Fool,
Because
they flip the science switch on, and then boom,
and
figure
like
it out.
a couple of them they follow like serial killers that like do like one of them like was crazy. He propped people up by he flayed a man like alive and he put it on top of like one of the scientists'
the
bed to sleep.
fuck?
So dude, it has a lot of crazy shit like that goes on in here. And the utilization of science is actually what's really interesting for me because they go into all of it. And also
I guess that's what I
conspiracy
liked
theories.
about House. as
Yeah,
well.
that's what it
Yeah.
feels like. If it's a procedural show, so Emily Deschanel, Zoe Deschanel's older sister, she plays like the lead, Dr. Temperance Brennan, who has like somewhat autistic, but she's like a savant when it comes to like bones and could like be able to tell like what age and if it's a man or a woman based off of the skull. So it's a good show. Once you watch one episode, you kind of get hooked, and that's kind of what happened to me. I didn't even mean to watch it. It was just on TV, and all of a sudden I watched one, then I watched two, then I watched three. Then I'm like, you know what? I could just watch it on Hulu. It's on Hulu. I'll catch up.
Jesus. And then you did. I think the follow-up is what's mind-boggling for me.
Is that I'm still doing it?
You're still doing it.
You know what, though? Sometimes I do that with shows, like especially if I haven't seen it in a while. Like 30 Rock, I did that a little while ago where I was watching 30 Rock again. I do that with Community a lot. You know, I go through my little cycles of, you know, going back to my shows. I haven't gone back to Supernatural. That's one show I've been meaning to go back to, but Jesus Christ, it's
Steph's
really
all
gone
about
out there.
that.
Look, the best season was the Angel War season. Season 5, season 6.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Angel War, eh?
Yeah,
So like a civil war amongst the angels?
pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Dang,
Crazy.
Fu, good analogy.
I know.
Well, Josh, I hope you enjoy Bones, and let us know when you move on to Burn Notice, dude.
Where can I even watch that? I've heard about that. I've never seen that show.
I think it's on Netflix.
Is it really?
It was on USA.
Yeah, it was. Wait, USA exists? Are you sure? Are you sure it's not just a figment of our imaginations?
No,
Maybe USA was in our hearts this whole time.
Stop.
Uh-huh.
No, I just commented on
okay,
what's-
okay.
Are you guys watching anything else, Fu? You
Outside.
watching anything?
Fu, I'm watching Fullmetal Alchemist, the Brotherhood storyline now.
Ooh, what's that
Oh,
all
From
about?
the beginning.
That one's really good. It's
So what's it about? Because I don't know anything
Fullmetal
about this.
Alchemist?
Yeah.
Pretty much, I guess, in an alternate universe, a couple of brothers become alchemists, like really skilled alchemists. And it's about their quest to pretty much get their bodies back because they tried to bring a human back to life and it failed. And they lost their bodies, Fu. So this is about their journey to get it back.
Two brothers.
Two brothers.
it's just two brothers.
I watched the original one, which was just a regular Fullmetal Alchemist. It was sick.
That was a good
really
one, yeah.
dark tones. This one's a little goofier, but it's a different storyline, so I'm looking forward for the differences.
It's really goofy at the beginning, like of the first couple of seasons, but then when they start going into the history of like the Elric brothers and then what alchemy, like what actually happened and how this all started, it gets pretty dark, and the action is actually much more intense, I would say, in Brotherhood than it is in the original Full Metal.
and I know they changed the endings between the two, so I'm
Yeah,
really
there's-
interested to see what happens.
So is it two series? Is this telling the same story in different ways?
different
only
ways.
for only up until a certain point.
Uh-huh.
Only up until a certain point.
because
and
certain
then-
characters change, and then certain storylines start to drift apart.
Was it like a reboot then? Would you call
essentially,
it?
yeah. Brotherhood is essentially a reboot where they still told some of the original stories, but like in different ways, and then they completely take a 180 and take the whole show.
They kind of emphasize more of the goofy, like anime style too.
Okay.
Like when anime characters get embarrassed or something, their eyes literally turn into
Yeah.
squiggly lines,
Right.
and their faces are all fucking round.
yeah, they definitely try to cater more towards a younger generation, and that's what you can
But
kind of see.
the twisted ass storyline is still there.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Kind of like Teen Titans Go.
see.
but
No,
not
not
so cheesy.
necessarily.
No.
No, not that cheesy. That's extra cheese.
Okay. All right.
This is
Yeah.
less cheese, Fu.
Gotcha.
Mostly fries and
It's
chili.
like going from Batman the animated series
Uh-huh.
to the original Teen Titans.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
something like that. It still you still have somewhat of a dark tone, but you still have those cheesy.
The
moments.
underlying universe is still being used.
Who,
Yes.
like
to
in
tell a
Batman the
story.
animated series when he gave that guy the thumbs up.
Gotcha.
Like that was totally unnecessary, but it was like, that was that kind of show.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
So looking forward to it, Fu.
Nice. Steph and I are watching The Outsider.
Which I heard is amazing.
one on
It's
HBO, right?
so good. That
it's on,
and McMillions. McMillions is so captivating as well. But Steph, go
yeah.
ahead and start talking about The Outsider first.
Outsider is based on the Stephen King novel of the same name, and it's pretty much a detective story with a supernatural twist.
Wait, so The Outsider's about the outsider?
Kill him.
That's what you just said.
Kill him.
Based on the novel by Stephen King with the same names, Outsider.
You said it again.
Yeah, because you're not listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Fu. Continue.
So it's a detective story with a supernatural twist, and it starts with a character named Terry Maitland, which is played by Jason Bateman. He gets arrested and accused for killing a young child, young boy.
during a Little League game.
Right. They arrest him right in the middle of the Little League game.
When he was
what the
coaching
fuck?
it.
This is like first thing that happens in the series, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
And so it's about the investigation who really killed this child, because it turns out that Terry Maitland had an alibi, like a solid alibi. He wasn't there. It's all in the trailer. Okay, so no spoilers.
Yeah,
whatever.
this isn't a spoiler at all, but the way they set it up in that first episode is amazing. It's one of those. Do you remember watching The Walking Dead, Fu, that first episode? Remember when we sat down and we rewatched that first episode, and it was kind of like watching a movie.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, it was that same feeling that I had when I saw the first episode of Walking Dead. I got that same feeling with the first episode of The Outsider. They set it up so nice and neat, and like they laid down a red carpet for the rest of the season. They really built that excitement in that first episode. It's really well done, and the following episodes up to where we're at now are equally just as good. So it keeps you going. A lot of twists and turns.
Nice.
Yeah. Especially from a science fiction aspect, because there's that underlying science fiction aspect that they're trying to uncover, that they've yet to actually kind of uncover, but they're leading towards it. There's been hints of it as we go, but I don't want to give anything away. But speaking of twists and turns, what you think about McMillions?
Oh man, McMillions. Just when you think that it's going to be solved, like, oh, this is the person.
Do you guys know anything about it first?
No.
Is McLovin in it?
No. Unfortunately, Fu.
McLovin.
Yeah, no. McMillions is about, remember the Monopoly game at McDonald's?
Yes.
Apparently, for many, many, many years, there's only been a circle of people that associate with each other winning. In other words, the Monopoly game at McDonald's, at least from the $1 million rewards, have been rigged for a very long time. And this is the FBI. This is the story of the FBI uncovering everything going on with the game, and then trying to find out, who is who. How does this person know this person, and they all associate with each other. And at this point, it's taking so many twists and turns. The main FBI guy that they do a talking head on, he's a freaking character.
Oh, yeah.
He's a funny freaking guy, and it's just like, this guy was born to be in front of a camera or to be undercover. He does it really well, and he's very believable.
Like, you almost think that he's an actor portraying a detective.
But it's the guy.
It's him.
It's the FBI
it's an actual
guy. He's just
agent.
that entertaining to like listen to. He's a kind of a goofy guy. He's a little off, but that's what makes him a good FBI agent in this kind of scenario. We're like 4 episodes in now?
I think 3.
3, so we're going to be on the 4th when this releases,
I think
right?
so.
And it's gotten to a point where it's just like, what the fuck? It's bigger than you think. It's bigger than just a couple of guys who probably ended up getting those winning pieces out of a whim, and sharing it with their buddies. It's more than just that. Like, it's huge, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's just taking you on some twists and turns. So if you guys have HBO, I definitely recommend you check out McMillions. That's a sick freaking documentary show.
Well, you didn't sell it, food, but I'll check it out.
Okay. But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to talk about today, Foos. Josh, God damn it, drink some water.
Don't die, dude.
Not on my property, like I said earlier.
Right? If
Right on your
you
front porch.
start to like die, I will drag you into the street so you don't haunt us for the rest of our eternity.
Jesus.
Just got all that on a voice recorder. Boom. Now you're liable.
They said at the day of their disposition.
Is it true that you said if he dies in your house, you were going to drag him out to the front porch?
No, I said if you start dying.
What if it's like instant? No pain.
But they can't read it off of a transcript. They need to be playing the podcast, because it doesn't sound the same when it's coming out of the transcript.
you
it
still-
sounds so cold-blooded.
So you still get the credit for the podcast?
I need the tone. Yeah, I need the
I'm not
advertising.
saying-
He needs to listen.
I need the plugs.
I'm going to jail, man. I need at least
We
something.
need that shitty description of McMillions for sure.
Look,
in
I'm
the
not
transfer.
saying that I would leave you to die. I'm just saying, don't die on my property.
Yes.
I will do CPR in the middle of the street. Just, if you happen to die, it just won't be
You're
on
the
my
city's
property.
problem now.
Yeah. It's like, hey, dude, there's a dead guy on the street.
Gonna revive me and then run back
Call the
inside and
Neptune
lock the
Society.
door.
Take
Oh,
care
he
of it.
just, I don't know how he got there.
Jesus Christ.
That's the Neptune Society's problem now.
The driveway's at a slope will just roll you onto the street.
Holy
Get
crap.
stuck in that deep ass gutter you guys got.
Yeah. Good times.
All right.
All right. Well, until next time, Josh, I hope you're with us the next time. And
Me
Fu,
too.
God damn it, Fu. Stop dabbing so goddamn much.
Never.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's fthebelowabarshow.com. And F the Below Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. I've been Joe C.
I've been Josh.
With the Foo.
And Steph.
Signing off saying, to be